Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, well, this would be a quickie, except that I can't do it that quick. Jayson Boebert got arrested for various charges. And these stem from two incidents. One was the argument that he had with Lauren Boebert at the restaurant, minors claim, and then another one involving his 18-year-old son. At the minors claim restaurant one, basically, what's happening there was while the police were trying to talk with Lauren Boebert, they asked Mr. Boebert to stay on a patio, and he was just being belligerent. He was angry. He had said that Lauren Boebert had punched him in the face at the house, and then when they got to the restaurant, she had punched him in the face again. He hadn't done nothing, and he was just outraged, and he wouldn't listen to police officers, and basically was arrested for probably public intoxication, obstructing an officer, disturbing the peace, that sort of thing. I don't know if it was public drunkenness, but certainly just obstruction and creating a disturbance. Oh, and trespass. It wasn't drunk. It was trespass. The restaurant asked him to leave several times. The officers asked him to leave 8 times in a 6-minute period, and he just wouldn't do it. I've watched a lot of TikTok videos watching belligerent people do belligerent things. That does not mean that Lauren Boebert did not hit him in the face. Apparently, the story goes the two of them were at the house. They had a drink, or drinks, as the case may be, and then they were going to the restaurant. And they were trying to sort of patch things up in their relationship a little bit. And then the conversation turned to who they were dating, and then tempers flared up. According to Lauren Boebert, her husband had 3 tequilas at the house before going to the restaurant, had another drink at the restaurant, and lost his shit. This guy's, he's not a good person. And he has anger issues, and he can't control his anger, and I'm sure he's got police issues too. So having cops or authority tell him what to do drives him bananas. So this guy literally will be in and out of jail his whole life, unless he really screws up, in which case he'll be in and out of prison his whole life. The incident with his son apparently goes that 18-year-old son, I'm assuming that this is the one that's got a baby. Apparently he had this infant in a laundry basket full of clothes while he was playing around on his phone. Mr. Bobert comes in, allegedly having been drinking, and wanted to know why the baby was in the laundry basket. As a father, I think I'd be upset with my 18-year-old son too if his kid was being treated like laundry while he's on his phone and can't be bothered to watch his kid. And so dad, being disappointed, basically took the son's phone and threw it on the other side of the house. When the kid got up, the 18-year-old got up, he's not a kid, he's an adult. When the 18-year-old adult son got up, Jayson kicked him in the legs or something like that. The son called Lauren Boebert, who told the son to call the authorities. While the son was calling the authorities, dad pulls out a rifle. Son takes off with some buddies and the baby, and they leave. Cops show up. Jayson Boebert's the only one there, and so they leave it be because, well, he wasn't going to be hurting anybody when he's home alone. So this is a wildly dysfunctional family. This is a man who's got a lot of anger issues, a lot of authority issues. He's hurt. He probably feels betrayed by his wife. And he's jealous. He's insecure. He's enormous. He can cause a lot of damage. And there's a lot of firearms there. If stuff doesn't happen soon, there are going to be deaths in that family due to firearm violence. I'm pretty darn sure. That's where this kind of looks like it's spiraling downwards. Okay, and that may not happen, but it's got all the ingredients. Large angry man, divorce, kids that aren't making great decisions, alcohol, helping you make bad decisions, firearms, if I haven't said that already, anger management issues, authority issues. Ugh. Jayson Boebert, what is wrong? Wheel of Fortune. This, as I said, this is spiraling out of control. They've got to get this guy into therapy, into a psych ward, into anger management. They have to break this cycle because He's going to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He cannot his reality, his world is crashing down around him, and he's losing self-control, and he doesn't know what to value or to not value. There's no integrity there. He's going to lose. He's going to lose control, and he's going to do things that he's going to regret. He doesn't have the strength to maintain his temper. He doesn't have the strength to not drink. He's showing a lack of strength, a weakness, vulnerability, and he is on a bad path. He's in a downward spiral. In the past judgment, it probably started with her wanting the divorce and the divorce going full on. He's still recovering from the loss of his wife. And that's what's predicating all this downward spiral. I'm sure it was a downward spiral before and during the divorce, but after the divorce was done, it's been spiraling downward even more. Current situation, he's facing jail. He is facing jail or prison for his actions. Now, mind you, the stuff that he did is kind of minor potatoes. Obstruction, trespass, creating a disturbance. That's not going to really get you much jail time. You might get a few weeks or something like that, maybe a few months if you're a repeat offender. But he needs that wake-up call. He needs a support network. He needs something because he's feeling like he's on the outside looking in. And if he's feeling isolated, he might dehumanize those who are isolating him. It's all about Lauren Boebert. It's about Lauren Boebert. It's about the lifestyle she's now leading, the money she's pulling in. She's footloose and fancy free, doing whatever that she's doing, living her best life. And he got dumped, and he's left behind. Queen of Cups is a lesson to be learned. She could certainly learn to be more discreet. It's not requirement. She can live the life she wants to lead. But she can't confide with him. She can't be buddies with him. She needs to just put him in a box and then leave and not have anything to do with him. He can't have her in his life. She's toxic to him. And I don't mean toxic as in she's mean-spirited to him. It's just he can't handle her not being there. So she's just got to put distance between her and him and just break contact whenever possible. Out comes the two pentacles. Flipping values. Looking at his health. This is probably the arrest on two different charges, one being a little more serious than the other. Probably, the assault on his kid and pulling out a rifle is going to get him in a little more trouble on that one. But I really think they've got to get him off this troubled water. They need to get him some mental health help. He needs help. He needs basically mental health help, therapy, psychiatry, whatever. Because he's not keeping it together. Okay. Do you want to throw anything else on this? What's next for Jayson Boebert? I'll do that one. We'll leave it and try to keep it a quickie here. What's next for Jayson Boebert? Man, I do not like this. I do not like this feeling at all. Not that I have personal experience with it, but this has all the hallmarks of something that's going to end really, really badly. He's going to lose his temper, and he's going to do something really violent, and yeah. I'm not trying to manifest it, but I can picture it. Pulling a gun on his son or something like that, and shooting him. Maybe not killing him, but shooting him. And then, this is What's next for Jayson Boebert? What is next for Jayson Boebert? Whatever it is, things are going to be happening fast. There's some things, some actions that are coming very quickly at him. Messaging that's coming quick. The Empress is probably a judge offering him something. Prison time. In the Hierophant, the government. This is going to be this court case, you know, there's going to be some messaging. There might be some help that's being offered to him. And again, I hope it's mental health. Somebody needs to look after him because he can't look after himself. So maybe this is a female lawyer that's appointed, that either he has or is appointed to him, that in order to keep him out of prison, it's going to suggest, you know, that he get a mental health evaluation. He go to the doctor. He go to anger management and start taking care of his business. I do think it's going to be like a court-appointed public defender or somebody. The court might appoint something to help him, but there's going to be either a woman or somebody who has the compassion to look after this guy's best interest and tell him what he needs to do to avoid prison, because he is on a collusion course with that. Hopefully he listens and can grow from this, come out of it, and figure out what he's going to do with his life in a positive and spiritually growing way. He's on a bad path right now, and it looks like there's going to be an opportunity for intervention. Let's see if he takes it. All right. Thank you for watching this video. I do appreciate it. Thank you for supporting my channel, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.